Okay, so it's going to be a demonstration for sales organizations that are looking for a better way to handle payroll. This is exactly how it works. Let's get into this. So this is the first thing that reps will see is a dashboard that has, the total reps, total sales of the week, day, month, year, whatever you want to do, pending payouts, all that stuff. You can, filter the leaderboard through the month, week, year. You have different. We'll see these in a second here, but bar chart, pie chart, trend, all that stuff. This is where I'm going to start with show data, right? So right now we have nothing. So what I want to do is I want to upload a CSV, and every single sales organization will have some sort of spreadsheet of all their accounts. You need to upload it as a CSV. It's the only way to do it. We're going to import all the accounts, and then as you see, it gets rid of all the duplicates right here, which is really big because we don't want duplicate accounts. It tells you exactly how many sales were imported. There was 31 in the sheet, but only 30 got accepted because one was a duplicate. I have this set up to where auto confirms sales based on specific criteria, and then 19 of those got confirmed, and then we have 11 accounts right here that get put to manual review. Now these could be accounts that have invalid service sizes, invalid service addresses, invalid customer names, right? Things that can make a sale like maybe not really worth making a sale, or just doesn't meet the criteria of an auto confirm sale. And those get confirmed down here. We have confirmed payouts that get done automatically through the payroll system, and then we have ones that get manually done, whether it's for there's a bunch of different reasons why sales don't get confirmed right away. They just didn't meet the criteria that I put on, right? They weren't scheduled, they didn't have a card on file, whatever the case is, right? These are accounts that got posted in the sheet through the bot that I created, but they just don't meet the criteria to be auto confirmed. Okay, so you can filter these out by name, by customer name. So let's say, there's an Ashley that we're missing. Okay, so we look up Ashley, right? Okay, there's not an Ashley out there, but you can look that up, and then you can look up by rep name. So let's say Kate. Okay, now all the sales by Kate get filtered through. Let's say we want to do Giovanni. Well, now all the sales for Giovanni get filtered in. So really, really, really fast and quick way for a sales organization to upload their data and keep track of it and organize it very, 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 very efficiently. Now, we want to go to the admin panel. And if you check this out, it has the total reps, active reps, pending payouts, which also in turn has a pending amount for commissions. When users log in, you'll be in the pending user approvals page right here. You'll see them, you just click accept rep management. So when you upload the CSV, it'll auto detect any unique rep that's in that sheet and automatically create a profile for them. And this is where you can set up an email so that they can be onboarded and all that stuff. We have commission tables where you can directly manipulate commission structures for new reps, veteran reps, managers, regionals, all that kind of stuff. ISP management, right? Different ISPs have different payout settings, have different commission structures on this and that. This ISP management tool allows you to manage which reps sell for which ISP and manage it that way. We have quotas that you can add in. This is kind of like a fun thing that if you want to do as a sales organization, have quotas for the teams and stuff. Advanced override management for managers who have multiple teams underneath them, or managers who have a lot of reps with different pay structures. We have disputes, so if reps can directly apply for a dispute. Let's say they're missing an account on their pay sheet they're expecting to get paid, they can file a dispute, they'll get submitted to here, and then whoever's running, let's say the payroll ladies, they can instantly go in here, look at the dispute, and go find it and try to figure it out, and they can communicate with the rep directly. And then this is where you send the reps links to actually onboard. Send the reps, a copy of this link, yada yada yada, and make sure they log in with a Google account and get them onboarded directly into the organization that we see up here in the top left. So that's a little bit about that. That's pretty much everything that sales organizations need to know. Now, what's really really cool is actually the payroll part. So if we go look right here, I have a data set that's from the 30th to the 3rd of August. So we'll just keep it on the 21st for now, and then we'll do the 3rd of August for the period end date. Now we're going to generate payroll reports with that green button. And then as you can see, it generated payroll reports for every single rep that was submitted for all the accounts that got approved as confirmed sales. Okay, so now we're going to go to a killer. His name's Cade. We go to Cade, boom, we have a spreadsheet just like this. And what's cool about this is they can get an exact copy of this. We can do a CSV like this, but let's see what the CSV looks like. Let's see what the CSV looks like. Look at this. See, I mean, it's cool and whatnot. Like, it's fine for what it is. It does the basic job, but we want reps to really be excited about getting those pay sheets. So check this out. I'm gonna send myself an email, and what I'm gonna get is an exact breakdown. It's an exact breakdown of everything that we saw in that PayTrack Pro sheet. So look, so this is what comes up for the sales org, right? They have a list of all the accounts for the dates that they were sold, the customer names, the service sizes, the commissions that they were based off of, overrides if they have any, right? And then you got the totals at the top here. And then if you go to the email that was just sent in, it gives them an exact copy of that. So now you don't have to manually punch in information into a sheet. You don't need that anymore. You no longer need to punch in manual information to build out these spreadsheets for payroll to keep track of everything. You just have a tool that does it for you. This saves thousands of hours of manual work on a yearly basis, which is huge for anyone that has big payroll teams or just wants to cut down costs or whatever the case is. This is a huge, huge, huge tool because instead of spending hours of doing payroll, you're only spending a couple minutes, maybe a couple hours of the week, not every single day. What's up now? And let's say there was an error on the payroll sheet for whatever reason, right? We can go here and edit, the customer name, the service sizes, whatever the case is. Let's say there's an error for whatever reason in the sheet, and you can directly change it here. Let's say it's 200, and it was actually a 2 gig. You can hit save, and it went from 1810 to 1835, right? It did exactly what it's supposed to do, and then we can again send an updated version to ourselves. Let's see if it pops up. Yep, we send an updated version of ourselves. Boom. We didn't have to do any fancy, we're not doing any manual labor anymore. It's all being done for us. Now, what a lot of people keep asking me is like, okay, well, what about the original sheet that you sent in, right? This thing right here where you actually send in the CSV. Well, I have a GroupMe chatbot that logs all the sales autonomously into a sheet. So so now you no longer need to manually plug in sales or have someone look through the GroupMe and plug it into a sheet. I have a bot that automatically logs it for me, which you can implement inside the payroll system. And then you can use Gusto, and then you can use Stripe to actually pay your reps out instead of using, let's say, Chase ACH, for example, or using North Florida, for example, for payroll, spending thousands of dollars on someone to send out money when you can easily just have an entire payroll system that keeps track of everything, has leaderboards, keeps track of all the different ISPs, and sends money to all your reps. It's just the most efficient thing that I think makes the most sense for fiber sales organizations. I would love some feedback on this. Love to know what anyone thinks of this, and if they're willing to give it a try, because I think it solves a lot of problems and makes things a lot more efficient, especially for these big organizations that have a lot of sales with a lot of different ISPs. This just simplifies all of it. It's obviously not perfect by any means. It's still in the works of being like actually perfected, but it's pretty darn close, and it's definitely usable at this stage right now. I'd love some feedback. Let me know what you guys think of it. Yeah, thanks for watching.